Zach, this looked like it was going to be a pretty good day for you guys. First, I guess, did you ever feel like you deserved to be up 4-0 the way that the game was being played? And when did you feel it started to slide away and Carolina take control?
Yeah, hockey's weird. I think it wasn't for a lack of effort today by any means. I think everyone worked hard. At least that's the sense I got on the bench and on the ice. I don't know what's deserving of a 4-0 lead, but I thought we worked hard, first two periods. Got a few nice bounces, a few good plays, had a lead. Going into the third period, up 4-2, we got to find a way to, just try and keep that lead. And at some point in the game, we got to take some pressure off our goalies and go play in the O-zone. It seemed like the whole game we were pretty much in our end. Like I said, I think guys worked hard tonight. It wasn't for a lack of effort, but at some point we got to work a little smarter and get the puck in their end. I think they almost had 100 shot attempts, and I don't know how many minutes of O-zone time they had just by looking up at the screen. But it's a lot of pressure on our goalies, and if it wasn't for Terry early on, I don't know what the score would have been.
Yeah, and do you get a sense of this? I don't know how this would work, but that team, as deep as they are, there's just confidence all through that lineup. Like I never got the sense that they felt they were out of this today, even at 4-0.
Yeah, I think it's something that we can learn from them. No matter what the score was, they just kept playing their game, and that's something we have to learn and we have to do. Whether we're up 4-0 or down 4-0, 3-2 hockey games, whatever it is, we have to just keep playing our game and playing the way we know how to play. And that's what they did tonight, and they just kept coming, and it wasn't, they're down 4-0 and they're just taking chances. They were playing within their structure and creating chances that way. And, I started scoring some goals, and next thing you know, we're down 2 and down 3. And I think as bad as this loss is for us, I think we can learn from them and how they just kept coming and playing their game.
Thank you.
Okay. Next we'll go to Dave Metzel. Go ahead, Dave.
Thanks, Glenn. Zach, Brad Larson called timeout about 10 minutes ago in that third period. What was his message to you at that point? Because I think it was still a 4-3 game at that point.
Yeah, it was still 4-3. It was just to settle down and play our game, and we were still in control at that time. Obviously they were coming and they were making their push, but we're up 4-3. I think there was 10 minutes left maybe in the game. We got to find a way to hold that lead and put some pressure on them. That was his message to us. I think everyone could kind of get the sense that they were coming, and it seemed like for most of the night they were in our zone. So, obviously it's tough when you go up 4-0 and then blow a lead like that. But I think the timeout was necessary when he called it, and we just didn't respond well enough after it.
Well, and the game-tying goal had that weird bounce off the glass. When a goal is scored like that, does that throw everybody off their game just for a second, just because of the oddness of the bounce and the result?
Yeah, obviously you don't want a goal to go in that way, but I'm not going to blame the loss on that. They played a better hockey game than us tonight for pretty much the whole game.
Thanks, Steve.
Okay, we'll go to Brian Hedger. Go ahead, Brian.
Hey, Zach. You mentioned this earlier, obviously, with the shot differential and the attempts and everything, and the puck being in the wrong end for you guys all night. How do you change that? Is that more of just them being a better team at this point? Or, what are certain things that you guys can do to maybe, make that a more even fight, I guess?
I think it's just, buying into our structure and our team play. We show glimpses of it, pretty much every game. And early on in the season, we were rock solid within our structure. We were playing the right way. We have structure for a reason, and that allows us to play fast and play quick and use our speed. And like I said, it's tough because I think everyone worked hard today. I don't think there was any guys that were just passengers. I think everyone put the work in. But I think, we have to maybe work a little smarter in certain areas. We would have liked to find a way to get 2 points tonight and hold that lead, but we can learn from it. And obviously we have a day off tomorrow and then a big game versus Tampa on Tuesday. So I think if we can, watch some video or just, maybe have a chat with the team just about, buying into our structure, I think it'd go a long way.
This was obviously one of those, like you mentioned earlier, strange hockey games, and that, they're kind of outplaying you guys, but you're up 4-0 at that point. Anything anytime you have a 4-0 lead, I mean, you need to kind of win that game, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 100%. I don't think there's many 4-0 leads that are blown in hockey. And, like I said, I mean, hats off to them. They kept coming and playing their game. So, they found a way to win. But in terms of us, I think when we're up 4-0 and we're not playing our greatest, that's when we kind of have to grab a hold of ourselves and kind of realize the position we're in. We weren't playing great. We got to find a way, play simple, get pucks in, make them come a full 200 feet if they're going to score goals. And we just didn't do that tonight. We were just a little sloppy, and like I said, it wasn't for lack of effort. It's just one of those games, but it's unfortunate with how it ended.
Do you guys kind of feel for Elvis a little bit? They had to come in cold and kind of face a ton of quality shots.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing he can do. It's slot shot after slot shot, tips and rebounds and whatever. So you feel for him. You feel for Tarasov, obviously, too. He's playing great. So definitely not on our goalies by any means.
You guys obviously build a 4-0 lead in this game, but the shots and everything were indicating that they were outplaying you a bit. What's the mood on the bench? What were you guys kind of talking about at that point when you're up 4-0 in the second?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, I mean, they shoot a lot of pucks from everywhere. They throw everything on net, so I think most of their games they end up with a lot of shots. But for us, obviously, the third period's the problem. Being up 4-2 and just not good enough in the third.
Yeah. What can you guys do you think, that you guys can kind of make it a more fair fight as far as puck possession, shots, that kind of stuff on your end of it in these kind of games?
Well, I think in the third we got to be better as a group. We really didn't have many shifts at all in their zone. We got to defend better. We got to win more battles. We got to stick together in the D zone as a group and help each other out and be available for each other. There's lots of things we can do better, obviously. So yeah, we got some things to work on here.
You guys have had this will be my last one for me, but this season it seems like you've had a number of instances where you guys are building leads, which is encouraging, obviously, and then the leads are going away. Is it just a simple matter of learning to play with a lead or figuring out what the situation in the game is and just trying to protect those leads better?
I think every game's a little bit different. Some games when you're up, we've had to keep it a little more simple than we've done, and I think every game is a new situation. So, but obviously that's something we got to work on when we have the lead to make sure we win those games. This is a critical time of the year right now to get as many points as you can here. So got to get ready for the next one here.